we'll be live in a sec. Behind the curtain.
Oh, are we behind the curtain now? Oh, we will be.
We pretty much are, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put chat up so I can see that to be the case.
Yeah, do that.
I have got it. It's here. It's here. I just want to look at
Whatever, idiot.
I'm I don't turn my mic on. I've only been doing it for 5 years. I'll get the hang of it one day.
Look what I'm drinking.
What's behind the curtain?
Oh, that means they can't see us
They
yet.
can't see us, but they can hear us.
Okay. Peasants.
The timing of that was so good. Sorry, yeah, we just sit behind the curtain so they can hear.
It's a new one from Brewdog.
Was it called Southport?
Duopolis.
I don't know why I said Southport.
Duopolis. Duopolis.
What is it? A porter?
Duopolis. It's IPA.
Oh, okay. And what percentage are you doing?
5.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
You're obsessed with percentage.
Is it normal that my picture is upside down? So not upside down.
Reversed.
Yeah, reversed.
It's only reversed to you. We
Okay.
get you. You can only see yourself in mirror, but everybody else sees it the other way around.
Oh.
So anything you hold up will be fine. That's how we got to when we used to do the show with the vaping biker. He once held up a tank to the screen and he said, "You've got to fill it up to where it says ZAM." I was laughing so much. Reading the screen. Never read your own screen back.
Okay, they're ready. I'll roll intro.
Oh, go for it.
Like this.
So the credits are running now,
Okay.
and then we just watch it.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Oh, if you shut it down because we can hear you. Just mute it. Oh yeah, just mute it. Then you'll be able to see the chat. You okay, man?
Hello, welcome to the new Ohm Show, episode 24. Very special show this evening. A very special guest. We have Sasha from Vandy, obviously currently working with Mark Todd on the Haar, and we'll be talking about that later. But Sasha's with us, so do stay tuned. We have John and Brad as well. There they are. That's them. And it's jam-packed. It is a jam-packed show. We've got so many new things to show you, as well as grill Sasha and talk about the Haar. So it's absolutely chocker. It's a chocker show. So let's just crack on.
Sounds good.
John, what are you
Yes,
vaping?
mate.
What are you drinking?
I am vaping on trying to find the script. I'm vaping on found it. Excuse me.
Just look to your left. That'll tell you what you're vaping.
I know, script wise. Very good. I've got the Dwar 22 with crack current on top of the Aegis X, as usual. No, I haven't. That's a total lie. That's the EVL V2 right there. I don't know why I said that. Sorry, this is the EVL V2 because of their Perspex tank problem.
You could have got away with it.
I had. Yeah, I couldn't buy the. Well, I could buy it, but I'm not paying. Was it 60 quid for one Perspex tank with the shipping? Not paying that.
Cheapskate.
Luckily, saved by an Omi who ordered 2 Perspex tanks from another company and sold me one for half the cost plus the shipping. I knew he did it anyway, Brad. There you go. And there's and Mark put £1.23 in as well.
Oh, great.
And
Now I owe him
They've got
double.
to pay their dues.
And I've got the little Dwar on the top of the MVP5, and in that I've got lemon.
Why don't you switch it round?
Why?
The little tank on the little mod.
But this has got a 16 mil 510 on the top. So it sort of makes sense.
Okay.
Stop the big tank from scratching the top.
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
mod.
I hear you.
Didn't do shit really. And I'm on. I like this the first time I tried it, but I'm drinking Hobgoblin IPA. I'm not really liking it. I just had an innocent gun as a starter, and it seems to have ruined the flavour.
That right there is why you start with the good one. and
Crap
work
one.
your
No,
way
you start
to
with the
that.
crap one.
Yeah, I should have started with the crap one. Well, I should have
Yeah,
started
but
with
you
the Hobgoblin.
started with something crap in the past and built up to that, and then thought, "Oh yeah, this is delicious."
That's what I did. No, I didn't. I started with that before. but I didn't. I started with an innocent gun. Innocent gun. I mean, for what it is, it's bargain. It's like £1.50 for a can. Anyway, I'm going to go Sasa. Sasa, what are you vaping on and what are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm drinking like spring water.
Spring water.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
I reckon
And
straight vodka.
I'm vaping.
Too healthy for me.
The Haar, and inside I have like the toffee thing that one woman makes, and she won't produce it for sale. Yeah, I love it, but she won't make them for sale, and I'm trying to persuade her to go in the business with me, but she won't. That's it.
That's my life. That is. That's what I do.
But,
Try something. Get
but I
fired.
get them for free, so it's all good.
A
As long as
bargain.
and what else? I got.
It's got a poet, I reckon.
Teatro on the.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what was the name. The sandbox thing with ambition mods.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Sandbox,
inside something. I don't know what.
That's what chat's for. Come on, chat.
Yeah.
What's that mod?
Poet with Cyclops V1, 2, I don't know. And inside also, I don't know, something.
This is a man after my own heart, holding stuff up. Don't know what it is.
And I got my Joker setup. And also, it is a jazz with a top airflow, and I don't know what's inside. Something. So, and this little thing. I don't know what it is.
That's the
Orion.
one you had.
Oh no, smart.
Yeah, it's.
don't know. They're all
I
the
think it's an
same.
Orion.
They're
Isn't
all
it?
the same. There's not an Orion.
No. It's. Wait. Frenzy. And I have like 52
Oh,
milligrams.
Geek Vape Frenzy.
It's
Yeah.
got 52 milligram in there. Now we're talking.
Salts, but also I don't know what the flavor is. And
How do you refill them?
I have like I get bottles, but I forget to write.
Oh, okay.
I write like letters on the bottom, and I don't know what they mean when I get. So,
It's like your own personal lottery.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
I mean, I like them. I like these juices, so I don't really care. I mean, they don't even have a name, so it is like custom made from the molecule base, you know.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is not like you bought like you went to the store and bought like 10 different flavors and mixed them together. Lady works.
So what you're saying is you should actually be giving them names.
Yeah, lady works in the bakery industry, you know.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So
Okay, cool.
in Canada, so I just get the flavorings, put them in the base, and I don't know the names. So
I think I'll send Toby around with a gun, get the recipe.
yeah, I would love to get it, but I don't think it will happen because she doesn't pay the money. So. It
Sounds
is what
good.
it is.
And so he's not going to go around there with a gun.
Who, Toby?
He's going to
Or-
go around there and say please and thank you.
Yeah, probably. It's Canadian.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably sorry. He'll watch this in the morning at like 4:00 in the morning, and then he'll probably send me a message. So, hello, Toby. Brad, what are you vaping? What are you
Yeah,
drinking?
sorry guys, can I see the chat on the big screen, like not on my phone?
You could, yeah. If you go to the YouTubes.
If you go to YouTube and then just press pop out chat
Okay, no.
with the
Okay.
3 dots. Oh yeah, we can't see it. It looks like everyone. No, we make it look like. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
think of that
okay.
before. Yeah, the old way you could see it.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Blame YouTube, not us. Brad, what are you vaping? What are you drinking?
I am still on Old Faithful, UL, my dwarf, and in here is, as always,
Jackie.
he fucking called it because he sent it to me. He knows what I vape. And I am on neck oil this evening.
Good.
I have got another 2 cans over there, so things are going to get interesting.
Especially with you.
Yeah. Richard, darling, what you vaping and what you drinking?
Okie dokie. Let's first say hi to some people in chat. Richard
we
Jack's in
have
chat, Reverend's in chat, Barry's there, Russ, Jibby, Scotty, Andy, Keith, Lassie, Gareth, Jim, Mark Todd's in the house. The Daft Vapor says hi as well. Matty's
I
in,
see Julian's in
etc.
from South Africa.
All you people, smash that like button. Turn the chat to live chat so you don't miss anything,
You're missing
etc.
Reverend V right at the top.
Rev V, as always, regular.
Keith
regular
Jones
in.
is just down the road. He could just sit in the room here. He could just be
Just
here.
open your window.
Yeah, that'd work. Live.
It's always nice to have a local one. Yes, so that's everyone in. That's everyone in. Okay, vaping on a load of mouth to lung stuff. It seems to be just mouth to lung time in China right now.
I think it's because your kids aren't back at school yet. That's what it is.
The cog, which we've talked extensively about numerous times. I must admit, I thought I would be packing this up when the review was done, but it's actually a nice draw, and it's a solid tank. So that's actually stuck around. The new one I got on Monday was the Berserker V2, hotly anticipated. Berserker V2. The Berserker V1 was one of the biggest selling rebuildables of the year, wasn't it? 2 years ago, I think. So this is a big one. It's an interesting tank. They've made some nice changes to the deck. This is going to be the review up on Saturday. They've added inserts to the deck, so you can literally get it exactly how you want it now. And they've done like the Saver deck or the Ubertoot deck with the 2-post straight in, which is always pleasant. But it's got a few quirks as well. I was showing everyone before we started. It's got quite wild top fill. The entire barrel comes off.
Is it? Oh, it's on a bayonet though. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks great like that. It looks like on off, easy peasy. But that style of top fill hasn't been done that many times before for a reason. So yeah, there's a few things with that, and then lastly, the review after that will be the good old Ares V2. We had Dimitri on, as you remember, and that's coming up for review as well. Inside there, I've got Nata and let me check. There's Daily Vapes, lime and strawberry.
Well, did you mix it?
I didn't mix it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant you mixed the Nata and that.
No, Nata in one of them, lime and strawberry.
Well, that makes
in the
sense.
other
I was like,
Yeah, I
fucking.
also heard it that way. I was like, what the hell?
And last but not least, the Dead Rabbit SE, whatever it was, with Rick's Voodoo Brew or Voodoo Stew, Voodoo, I don't know, and a brand new one from Brewdog is what I'm drinking.
Yeah, I've not even seen that.
Duopolis Oat Cream DDH IPA.
Double hopped, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it must be.
It's really
Double
good.
Something hop.
Really good.
It's quite low then at 5% for a double hop. They're normally like 6.5.
I know.
It's good.
I know.
Does it taste good?
It's really, really good.
Oh,
Really
magical.
good.
They've got their new one out, haven't they? What's it called? Castle one.
They've got a Is that real though?
Yeah. They've
Yeah,
sold it already.
yeah,
Pre-sold it.
Cool. I'll look out
DDH
for
is
that.
double dry hopped.
Yeah.
Dry hopping gives you the nose, so it gives you the bitter, hoppy, floral flavour on the nose. Doesn't really affect the alcohol content. But they normally.
I knew it didn't affect.
before that.
I knew it didn't, but I knew that most of the double hopped are higher anyway. Whether that nothing to do.
They normally make them much higher than that. So
Mr. Iverson. Mr. Iverson is in chat going, double dry hops. I can just imagine him throwing himself at the screen. Double dry hops.
Yeah. Paul is shouting in his living room at us.
I just took a punt on it, and it's really good. I didn't have big expectations for this, but really good, really tasty. So that's all good. John, what's in the news?
What's in the news? Are we going from mine? Should I just say them to you first?
You just say them, I'll stick them up while you're talking.
Okay, Vaping Post is the first one. Everyone's favourite health organisation, the WHO. I know Sasha is a huge fan. He's ordered some T-shirts with it on. WHO, we all love them. They've always been a friend to vaping. So, WHO uses World No Tobacco Day to attack vaping. It's a shock.
Have a connection there?
This was from yesterday. Contradicting all the scientific research indicating the benefits obtained by switching from smoking to vaping, WHO has used the World No Smoking Day to push its anti-vaping agenda. In total contrast with other health entities such as Public Health England, they have said sorry. There's an attack, so I'm trying to find what they've actually said. This is really good, isn't it? Fucking idiot! I missed the thing. Right, I'm going to jump back to where I was. The WHO inaccurately claims that ENDS and smokeless alternatives do not help smokers quit smoking and are more harmful than combustible tobacco, and that nicotine is equivalent to heroin in terms of addictiveness. I don't have a problem with that. No, well, I do. You're not going to rob your nan, are you, for it? International experts in tobacco policy say WHO is blocking innovation and wasting opportunities to save millions of lives. The World No Tobacco Day 2020, an international group of independent experts with no conflicting links to the tobacco and vaping industry, has sharply criticised the World Health WHO and new technology such as vaping products. Experts say they are exasperated by WHO's dogmatic hostility towards new technology and fear the UN Health Agency will squander the opportunity to avoid millions of premature deaths that will be caused by smoking. It's quite hard to take WHO seriously.
Yep, there's a backstory as well, isn't there, with this? Because, as we know, they've just lost 30% of their funding.
Yes.
Look
at Sasha, he's holding back the tears. Big fan, as I say, big fan.
They've even announced, I think we covered it on the show, that they are planning to open up to public funding as well.
Yeah, they've launched a charity to enable them to take public funds.
So money's on their mind, I think that's fair to say. With the withdrawal of that American cash, and it's going to kind of make them a voice for hire, really. The highest price will get this sort of opinion thrown into stuff, I guess.
There's a lot though, but it's about to swing one way or the other. It looks like Europe, Sasha's other favourite thing, is going to look at flavouring bans again. Hopefully they'll get shouted down fast, because there's a lot of resistance, especially from France and Germany. We won't be there to shout. But it looks like the Tobacco Control Directive is going to get another going over. So we shall see what happens. Sasha's gone dark?
I think he's trying to fix his autofocus.
I thought it was a Black Lives Matter thing.
I don't know what's going on. So.
Hold your hand up to the thing, Sasha, like that.
Like that?
Yeah, and it resets it when you let go.
Is it?
There you go.
He's less.
I think it might be your screen, actually.
He's just in a very sexy, soft focus.
It is very soft.
I like it.
I like it.
Sorry about that terribly written.
I don't know how these things work, so... And
That's okay.
You're really clear now.
So.
I'm going to go for Business Matters magazine. This one's easier.
Unless Sasha wants to say anything about the Who.
No, I got nothing to say. So. they can fuck off. So
Yeah.
No opinion.
I agree.
It's so difficult because there's been such huge mistakes that are ignored in the COVID-19 crisis. There's been massive mistakes from WHO, and they're putting their figures together has been fucking ridiculous, and it's caused no end of problems. And it's vaping as well. It's like the New York governor. I can't remember his name now. That's called Como. Yeah. That's called. He's a fuckhead and not a fuckhead at the same time. It's a really weird thing.
Oh, it's not weird. He's an idiot. So, and
they're tearing apart New York at the moment.
And his brother is in. But yeah, but he won't call the National Guard because he is like
anti-Trump.
Anti-Trump, yeah. And they know each other from New York, and so he's an idiot because they will destroy the entire city. So
Does seem it's incredibly sad, the whole thing. I can't see a good end to it. We'll go with business matters. I quite liked this because this is just a business magazine. This is not a vaping magazine. But they just did 4 reasons why your vape doesn't taste good. Right? These are quite fundamental to us, but I thought they were quite good. They weren't as stupid as I thought. Number 1 being you're using the wrong liquid. This is the first point. And the first point is that most people who start vaping try a tobacco liquid, and that is an error. And I think they're right in this. They've said that trying to create tobacco, especially burning tobacco, is virtually impossible. And that might be why your vape doesn't taste good, and you should try something else. E-liquid, after all, doesn't contain tobacco and doesn't burn, which is totally true. And that's why it's really, really hard to do. The second one is your device's wattage is set too high. That's an easy explanation. I see that all the time in the shop. If somebody comes in and they've got a problem, check them on. It's way too high because their mate's been saying, yeah, I vape at like 80 watts, and they've got a 1 ohm coil, and they don't understand what's going wrong.
Yeah, I always say start low and just take it up a few, take it up a few, and then you'll hit a sweet spot. Keep it there.
Absolutely. And I've tried.
You do that with every single. I don't know whether you're supposed to, because
should.
I know, but with every single new coil, you do that.
Yeah.
And start off really low and just go little by little by little.
It's actually a nice way of breaking in a coil.
Yeah.
And you should do it with flavors as well. If you've got if you can set it at like 3.6 volts ish, whatever the wattage is, and just bring it up to whatever you think is good.
Yeah.
I've had people pass me the mod, and because there's something wrong with it, and I've had to put my own drip tip in and try it, and it's been burnt out for weeks. They thought that somebody said it was Red Bull flavor once. And I thought, what? And that was a Genesis.
Yeah, I used to vape Red Bull flavour.
Well, they thought it was Red Bull, and I took the cap off, and they were just vaping a hotspot. That's what their flavour was, hotspot flavour. Really weird. Third reason that your vape taste is no good, your nicotine strength is too high. So you feel a scratchy, irritated sensation in your throat or lungs when vaping, even if you've been vaping for a while. And they go through that. I thought that was quite good. Remember, this is just a business magazine. I just quite liked it.
It's a bit random, isn't it?
Really weird. Yeah.
Random, but still logical.
The idea is
some vapor wanted to write it.
Well, I think it probably was. But also, it just helps retailers who've got no idea to do what they're doing. We know this shit because we've known it for years. And the fourth reason was your vaping device isn't powerful enough. I see that loads as well. People have put a tank on, a tiny mod, and have no idea that it's. Somebody passed me something a while ago, and I think it was putting out 2 volts. It was never going to do shit because it was 20 watts. It was that they've got in a kit, and they put their new tank on, but it won't work. And then I'm given the opportunity to sell them something. So it's fine. And it becomes paid advice. But I just quite like that. That was from Business Matters.
Number 1's an interesting one. Like the whole tobacco thing, like that chasing the dragon of the vape that tastes exactly like your cigarette that you just quit was like a bit of a hallmark of like 8 years ago on forums. People just rock up out of nowhere and go, which juice in the whole world tastes exactly like Marlboro Gold or Marlboro Light or... But it's not a real thing, is it? I always kind of tell people, try a few tobaccos, but if it's not working, try a non-tobacco flavour. It will help you quit in a way. Because if you can get past the, I need my nicotine, it's got to taste like tobacco. If you can get past that and move to, when I get my nicotine, it tastes like rhubarb, you're on a different, your mind starts changing to, smoking versus vaping, doesn't it?
I remember saying to somebody, when you're thinking of tobaccos, what you're actually aiming for, especially if you used to smoke rolling tobacco or you're familiar with tobacconists, the best flavour you'll get, in my humble opinion, will taste like the smell of good tobacco. That's what you're going to get. You won't get burning. And if you do get burning, I'd be really suspicious that there's liquid smoke in it. And I don't think that's a brilliant idea to put in anything.
All the really successful ones are really fancy. They've gone way beyond tobacco. It's like tobacco and hazelnut and
And if you think of things like Bread of Heaven in the UK,
yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't call that if you didn't vape at all and you tried that, you wouldn't think that was tobacco. No one has ever vaped that and thought that tastes exactly like Benson Edges. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It tastes like a million different things. But I quite like that one. This is just this one's been coming up for ages and they've lined themselves up in the crossfire and now they're fucked. The Puff Bar, which came out on the. It sort of gets around the regulation.
Oh, which publication was this?
This is the Independent. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Vape company. You can see this, right? So the Puff Bar is a disposable e-cigarette, and they got round the FDA's legislation on flavourings because it's single use and disposable. So they didn't have to, because Juul's not single use and disposable. So they ended up with this thing. And it's made of cardboard on the exterior, and there's a little battery in there, and you throw it in the bin. And not a great idea. Anyway, yeah. So vape company uses coronavirus to market to teens, say US representatives, and you think, I just read that and thought, if there's anything in this, you are dead. Let's hear what they did. So they put an advert out, and the advert was this. So to make the case, the Democratic House member included a copy of a Puff Bar advertisement featuring a photograph of a bedroom with the words, "We know that the inside vibes have been ... quite a challenge. Stay sane with a Puff Bar this solo break. We know you'll love it. It's the perfect escape from back-to-back Zoom calls, parental texts, and WFH stress." And he just thought, I think Jeff in marketing just got fired.
What's WFH?
I don't even know. I was just thinking that.
Find out.
Yeah, gotta know.
It makes me feel that's how you know it's aimed at kids.
Oh,
But see, it doesn't matter.
Three of the four adults have to Google it.
Work from home
Means
stress,
work
but
from
yeah.
home.
But parental text is where they fucked it. I mean, they fucked the whole thing. You can't market off the back of coronavirus. It's the ridiculous. That's insane. So they've given the FDA all the ammo they'll ever need to take them out. Fuck me, I've done the news too quick. Okay, I'm going to go bonus.
Oh, I've got some bonus.
Oh, okay, I've got one bonus. Let me
So
just
do
do talking retail. Let me just do the last one. This was just quite good news that came out 3-4 days ago. It seems as if COVID-19 has made more people want to quit smoking. They've just got the figures in from search engines in the UK. Google searches for how to give up smoking, how to quit smoking have gone from 37,200 to 100,440 since the restrictions began, which is a threefold increase. I just thought it was just quite interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Just as a boost to everything.
I think
really.
there's been a little bit of a self-improvement culture in lockdown, hasn't there? Apparently people searching for tutorials on things like baking and cooking and inside exercise. I think there's been a bit of a boom in people trying to improve themselves a bit.
I did my favourite joke I've seen recently. I do like a short, witty thing, and I saw a meme that said, "I cannot wait till the hairdressers open." They're pointing at their head, and they said, "It doesn't look like it, but this weighs 2 stone." I really enjoyed that. My screen's gone funny. Richard, give us your extra news.
Oh yeah, okay. Very quickly, Creme de Vape announced that from tomorrow they are going on paternity and maternity leave because they're having a baby. So tonight is basically your last chance to order from Creme de Vape if you did have your eye on a Squape accessory or something like that. And congratulations to Lisa and Keith.
What's happened?
They're having a baby.
Oh.
So they're closing
Congratulations.
for June, basically. They're closing for June. This is your last chance to order from them, and then they close for a month.
Wow.
So congrats to them. And hot off the press, Brad, I know you've got one as well, Brad. But hot off the press,
No, it's all good.
Craig, Gary, Mihal, whatever you want to call him, literally messaged me 10 minutes ago to tell me that Victor Smokes is back.
Yeah. He messaged me the same thing.
Victor Smokes is back. He was a YouTuber about 7 years ago, but he was known for very in-depth build tutorials, wasn't he? That was like his bag. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but he's back anyway. So that's very exciting, and we'll follow up on that in the group.
There's another coronavirus stuck at home. Stuck at home. I'm going to get back into it.
I think so. Brad, what was it you wanted to say?
Well, there were two things. One is we've been giving them a lot of shit lately for not posting. So I thought we had to talk about them when they do finally post.
IBVTA.
Yes. They woke the fuck up and realized they had a job to do. Sorry, I'm being mean. What?
What did they say?
I've read the post, so I'm doing that.
What did they say? Go on,
let's see what they say.
I'm dying here. What did they say?
Yeah, they've released a guide. Let's see, a guide to guidance on reopening vape shops safely.
Oh, okay, that's quite good.
With vape shops being given the all clear to reopen as of the 15th of June. IBVTA has issued guidance on how to reopen vape stores safely.
One in, one out.
Guidance
Don't let them test
document.
Same rules as my mum.
Card payments only.
Same rules as my
It's a
mum.
mixture of all of those things and everything we've experienced in retail up until this point. So there's nothing particularly new to it, but I was excited to see that they are posting something.
Oh, well, that's fair. I think I saw the.
No, I think that's the sort of thing they should be posting.
We should have been doing it all along. If you're paying your dues, I think that's bad.
From the beginning, this information or this style of information should have been put out 2 months ago.
Are all the vape shops open in Croatia now?
Sorry.
Are they open?
Yeah. They all work. It is like normal. So you just have to use the hand
sanitizer, and then you're in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
There is no social distancing. There is nothing else. The borders are open. We have 0 cases. Everything is back to normal. People on top of each other in the public transportation.
Oh, even public, so no masks, nothing.
No.
Oh wow.
I mean, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. But that's reserved for people that are driving solo in their cars.
Fair enough.
And there was one other thing, and Richard, I need your sort of guidance on this.
Hit me.
Did you see the FDA letter to UL?
Was it about the Caliburn?
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
So the FDA has issued a letter direct to the Chinese manufacturer, banning them from shipping their products into the US. They specifically note 4 products: the Amulet Watch Pod, the Caliburn Pod, the Caliburn KO kit,
Yeah.
and the Yearn Pod system.
Yeah.
All of which they claim. The watch, like in their document, I should have sent this to you so you could share it. But that might make some sense to people.
Yeah, I had
They're
one.
comparing it to an Apple Watch, so I can get their point of view there.
You had one, didn't you, Richard?
Yeah.
Where I struggle with this is then they go on to talk about the other products being too small, being too concealable, being all of those things. And then in my head, I've got a picture of those products and a jewel side by side. All of those products are bigger than a jewel.
Yeah, they're building up to a jewel, I think. There's been a few. Oh, I never
I
keep
don't
them
have the
around.
balls to
But
target them first.
I never keep them around. But all the ones that look like Juul are slowly getting banned by the FDA in America. And so they're all radically changing. Geek Vape have got this coming out soon, which is a round one, and literally it's just in the hope that this is allowed in America. Otherwise it would just be the same shape as a Juul and all the rest.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You think that they are building up to targeting Juul directly like that? And forcing Juul to
Either
change?
that or Juul are doing an effective job of
Paying off.
Yeah, paying them off and running defense on rival brands. They were very open with their displeasure about the amount of vapes coming onto the market that look like a Juul. So maybe they're playing a really smart game with the authorities. I don't know.
Yeah, you think Juul's just using them to keep their
Juul
market free of competition?
are gutted. Juul are absolutely gutted about it. So that's a.
I'm sure all of their competition's been banned from coming into the country.
Yeah.
But it does. I've said this on the show once, but it's nothing major. One of my friends is a A-level teacher in Bahrain, and one of the biggest problems they have is pocket checks are a bit sketchy, trying to stop students vaping. But the female students tend to hide the Juul in their bras, and that's not something that's ever happening. When I say they're a bit sketchy, they don't do them, the pocket checks, because it becomes ridiculous and draconian, so they don't do it.
Just get the young lads to find
them. So they can't really say that's their biggest problem.
What, Bahrain? No, don't. I've had the argument with him about 50 times. My favourite thing he did was get his wife and kid and put them in the car, and they drove to the coast for a day at the beach. They got there. There is no beach. What would a beach be for? It literally is nothing. It just goes ground, water. And then he said to me, "There's no beach." Well, actually, he's from your way. He's up from Bradford, and he said, "There's no beach." So what do you mean there's no beach? And he said, "No, beach just gets to the end of goals." And I said, "What would you do with the beach?" He said, "I don't know, lie down, sunbathe." He said, "How many people do you think in Bahrain do that?" And he went, "Well, they could." "Oh no, you got a point. Yeah, it's not." Taking your clothes off is something of a problem. Don't have a beach, no problem.
You could have a beach, but you'd need a trained sniper instead of a lifeguard.
Yeah, instead of taking your stuff off. Oh, it's fucking nice. It just made me laugh that he drove all the way to the coast.
Like, you got to see the
Go
sea.
on, kids, get your bucket of spade and everything at the
You saw the sea.
And drive to the coast and play with the sand. Why don't you just walk outside and play with the sand?
There's nothing there. Oh, it's ridiculous. It was really fun.
Right.
I think we're on the Sasa build.
Yeah, let's get stuck in. Did you launch some
Time to
questions on
game bang,
Facebook,
Sasha.
right? On John?
I'll do that. I think we should have a. We'll start off with Sasha and say, Sasha, we have to ask you the normal, the general questions.
Yeah.
When did you start vaping?
2007, but
Fuck.
Wow.
for real, I switched completely in late 2008.
Oh, he's the winner. I think you're the longest vaping person we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12
And
years.
I started vaping shortly after I finished school.
And what did you start vaping with?
Like that thing that looked like a regular cigarette. You know?
E-light.
I don't know what was the name. I tried to get it Ruyan thing. Like I don't know what was it name. It worked like on the on some kind of waves, like ultrasonic waves.
Okay.
Oh.
That was like I think that was like a first electronic cigarette. Well, that Chinese guy that had a dream and that he made it. The lying one. So that is it.
And what flavor
else?
did you start with?
Fuck, I don't know.
He doesn't know what flavor he's vaping today. He certainly doesn't know what flavor he vaped.
I mean, it was
years ago.
really long. I think it was tobacco. Basically, it was only tobacco, menthol, and one that said fruit. But
Yes, I remember that. That's how I started.
Yeah.
Well, I had cowboy tobacco when I started. When did you start kind of designing and thinking of things to do, and atomizer wise? When was that? When did Van and Dell get going?
Oh, I used to have like a juice line, you know, and one won the like I had like a prize game on the Croatian forum, and he won a bottle of strawberry something. I don't know. So we met, and like a month later we made a line. It was what 2010, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No. We made Mini and Maxi Genesis. That was like a normal one, like Redis design. Yeah, that was first.
Yeah.
And that was 2010, was it?
No, it was. I think it was 2011.
Right.
I really can't remember. But
That's 9 years ago, though.
yeah, it is useless today, so it's not important anymore.
How did it come about with the link up with Mark for the Haar? Did you go to him with an idea? Did he come to you with an idea?
We were like piss drunk in Germany, and because we didn't eat anything, you know, we went to the barbecue with Italians, and they put pasta on barbecue, and we didn't eat anything, but we drink a lot, and we were waiting for a cab to arrive, and I just said it, so. And he said, okay, that was it.
So you've been working on it since Germany?
No. We had a lot of trouble finding the right company. I mean, we were looking at both in Hong Kong and China. I mean, it is the same thing, but not the same thing.
Yeah.
We had to find the right company for us, you know. So that was the biggest issue. The art itself, it was done like really fast. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, because we wanted to make it high end as possible. You know?
Yep.
As close as, I mean, you will see. So I won't sell it to you now because we are sold out.
So is that official? You're officially sold out?
Yeah, sometime tomorrow we will shut it down.
Wow. So if you want to get a pre-sale atomizer now, I think I'll go and put the link back on quickly. I'm going to go for it again. Are you at the thread, or are you at the thread, or do you want me to do that? Or
David Brocklesby has a question for you.
go for it.
And,
Right,
and I
okay,
will
cool.
start on the casual side of the request. He would like to know, do you use product in your beard? How do you keep it looking so good?
Oh, and no.
Okay, extremely direct. No.
No.
Go on, John.
Okay. I can flick back. You fucking pain in the ass. Right. I'm back. He went for the bomb question.
South African reading style.
It really is. Mark Todd, how did you go from coffee boy to end up on our show?
Yeah, he can fuck off. So. Next.
There you go. He's watching. You can fuck off. What type of spoon would you recommend to kill a man? By the way, I will just say, before we went live, Sasha, I said, I won't bother asking the really mental questions. And he went, nah, I want the mental questions. So you get what you asked for. Best kind of spoon for
Something
killing him.
like this.
Oh, that is perfect.
Something else. Did you have soup for supper?
Yeah, I had goulash. So.
See, I know what that is. I know you made that thing
could
that
stun
looked
them
like
first.
sick the other day. But I know what borscht is.
Yeah, it is awesome, but you have like many versions of it. So I like the Hungarian one the best. But
They've all got beetroot in though.
what?
All beetroot.
I don't know what it means.
borscht, the
beetroot.
No,
beetroot.
no. I mean, it is all similar,
Oh, okay.
but it is not the same. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody go for another question. I'm trying to get the link.
Okay,
Trying to
so
find them.
I've got one, and I don't know what this means, so I'm just going to go for it. Suker or Boban, who would he bring back?
Boban, Shuker is a moron.
Is that Hakan Suker?
No.
What?
Davor Shuker.
Ah,
He's an idiot. He's our president of our football.
Oh,
association.
okay.
ah.
Boban is awesome, but Shuker is he deserves to die.
I take it football is serious.
Yeah. He is a thief. So egotistical maniac and a thief. He speaks he speaks what is it called, third person.
Oh,
He speaks in third person.
yeah.
He speaks like Davor Shuker is the best football player. Davor Shuker.
That's what
Yeah.
Donald Trump does that sometimes.
Davor Shuker went to the toilet to wash his hands. Davor Shuker did it. I mean, dude is insane. So
Amazing.
yeah.
I like the idea of somebody doing that. I do that when my wife's around sometimes to drive her crazy. John's going to go to the toilet now. And they're in terrible trouble. I've reposted the link. I've done it.
So's Mark.
How much did Sasha pay Mark prior to the photo to crouch down near his crotch and smile like he was enjoying it? Or is this how the Haar negotiation began?
Yeah. No. What the fuck? Okay, I mean, am I out of focus?
No, you came back in. You were
okay
fine.
now. You're okay.
Okay.
You're okay. Okay, I'm going to give you another one from Mark Todd. Genesis or Genesis?
He can fuck off. So next. we have to be done in 30 minutes. So let's
That's
go.
true.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll bring one from John Frape. How did Dell and Vanja meet? Was it mesh that brought you together?
It was liquid.
It was strawberry flavored liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won it.
And he never got it. So I forgot the bottle at home, and we had coffee and talked about designs and shit, and that was that.
What do you do 9 to 5?
Van and Dell was you were meant to deliver strawberry liquid to someone and forgot it at home.
Yep.
He won it on the forum.
I never met him before, but
What do you do for a living, Sasha?
this.
You do this? Oh, you say it's full time.
Yeah, I have I have a liquid line. I mean, this, and we help others. So
Cool.
there's-
I was just checking.
Before
I
all
thought-
this, what did you do?
I worked at what is it called? Wholesale for small grocery stores.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like in a warehouse.
Well, it was like a bigger store.
Oh, okay.
Just
For
fine.
small-
Cash and carry is what we call it here.
Yeah, but you can't buy anything if you don't have a business. So.
Yes, exactly. Same. Cash and carry.
Yeah.
That's what we have here. So if you can't buy it, unless you've got a limited company, you can't buy it.
I worked in the afternoons, so from 2 to let's say 6. I mean,
Okay.
4 or 5 hours, and I didn't work with customers.
So you're getting back to Vannendale. Your design is my brain just completely farted there. Forgive me. Your design experience is all self-taught. It's not from a previous job.
No. Vanya is he's a first of all, he's an engineer, so
Okay.
He knows these things. And I just come to him like, yo, I just remembered we could do. I mean, I draw in paint, so that tells you everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he makes something completely different, but we start from the idea, like,
Yeah.
Okay.
you know,
Makes absolute sense.
yeah.
Have you always enjoyed deep fried chocolate, or is it only since working with Mark? I think this is from your donuts.
Yeah, it is not a donut. It is potato pastry filled with Nutella, and you cook it, and then you put it on breadcrumbs. But first you like put breadcrumbs in hot oil,
Definitely sounds
And-
Scottish.
and then you put the thing on. It is usually done with like apricot or plums or something.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Wait. Go on.
All right.
Go on, John. Go on, John.
I was just going to say, this is from Mark White. How many emails from Mark Todd did it take to realise he fucked up? As in, you fucked up.
I don't even have his emails.
Richard, what were you saying?
I was a bit curious about the Haar, like how you would. I know you don't want to give it like a big sell or be really cheesy or anything,
I think you should.
but sort of, what would you say? Why should someone have a Haar? Why should people be excited about it? You know, what's its big thing? Is it restricted direct to lung, mouth to lung, both?
It is from mouth to lung to restricted direct lung. So it is marked like fine-tuned to his like his preferences, you know.
Yeah.
That is basically it. I mean, it is. I mean, high end is a stupid word.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, it is premium materials done like precision is amazing, and you get like high-endish device for less money. Let's put it.
That's the sell. Is that you're getting a high-end atomizer for €65.
No,
which is
77.77.
77.77. Sorry, I think that works out as like 60-something quid, doesn't it?
65, I think.
Sorry, 65 quid. I've just put the link on the Facebook group so you can.
Yeah.
You can
So
buy it.
you've done your pre-order, but you were saying before we came on, you're hoping to go worldwide. It's going to be in vape shops.
We already have like orders from different web shops. So, but we have to deliver by the end of the month. I mean, we put like what is third or fourth next month, like end day we have to deliver, you know.
Yeah.
But
You've got
so we can't like take 5,000 orders right now from the shops.
Mm-hmm.
We got what we can make. Like we have a limit, you know.
Yeah.
So, monthly
Absolutely.
limit, and
because we've got Steam Island in the UK as well.
Yeah.
They've got their pre-order going. Robert Steam Island, who are an absolutely superb company. I couldn't think of a better mix. I think that's a really good mix. Anyway, Rob's fantastic. I was talking to him this morning. I was trying to think of other stuff. Kind of, I know Sasa really, Sasha from abusing me on Facebook, and I think that's how most people know Sasha. Abusing on Facebook, normally for being an effeminate hippie is what it normally is, and normally jokes about my hair. But I think
And
it's
your coffee.
flirting, and my coffee. I think it's mainly flirting. That's how I take it.
I'm kidding about the hair, but coffee thing is criminal. And
What's wrong with my coffee? It's black.
That is not coffee. That is like a soup. You know, you just put the noodles in there, and I mean,
Look at this shit. Those two fuck up. It's ridiculous. It's a double espresso with hot water in it. That's all it is.
it is not double espresso. It is hot water with some coffee.
I think it's probably it should be that big probably.
It should be, but I don't want it like that. So I have more water in it. There's no milk in it. If there's milk in it, that is criminal. But I don't do that.
Yeah,
When was
you
the
just,
first time?
You just add water instead of the milk.
Fuck off. When was the first time you met Mark? Did you meet him first at Hall of Vape?
Yeah, but like 3 years ago, I think.
3 years ago, Hall of Vape.
Yeah.
And then it was sausages and beer.
Yeah, I think I scared him the first time. I was like running from one end to the hall towards him and screaming like, "Rah!" and back then he was like really shy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in that phase he was like a little girl. It was fun.
If anyone's got a question for Sasha, by the way, put it in chat, because don't forget it's an hour later in Croatia than it is here.
No, I'm good.
As long as you're good. As long as you're...
I go to sleep around 3, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
Should we go through some new vape
There's
stuff?
one in chat from Darren Fuller.
Go for that, and then we'll go for Mark, and then we'll go to the new stuff.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, perfect.
Go, Brad.
What's your favorite point on the Haar?
Yeah, and how are you vaping it?
Vika, what's your favorite thing? How are you vaping it?
I mean, Viking is amazing, and I vape it wide open. What is this? 32 watts and 0.8 ohms.
Just a round
With,
wire build.
With no classic coil, something. Sorry.
Because
I don't know. It says custom coils, so
Yeah.
no explanation.
Fancy coil.
It is like between mouth to long coil and long coil, something. You can stick whatever you want in it.
What that was it. Do you miss the vapor wall days? That's from Mark Todd.
What?
Do you miss the vapor wall
A
days?
vapor wall. Yes and no. Yes, I think so.
Do you miss the forum days? See,
Yeah.
I wasn't very likable. Nobody talked to me. You get that. That's fine. But nobody.
No, I mean, forum format was great for the beginning. You know, you could find everything you need. You know, because we were like empty vessels in the beginning. No one knew anything about vaping. So we just, you know how you learn, and then you pin the post, and you can go back and because the devices were not easy to use like these days. Now you can like get a €15 device and put anything in it and it will work.
I was just trying to think. You know, it's really bugging me because I said just before you came on, Sasha, I said to Brad, I said, I think Adnan didn't live. Adnan is those coils, classy coils, isn't it?
Yeah.
The one who's I said I don't think he lives far away, and I know he's Bosnia, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not in Europe. He's in Bosnia.
Yeah. I remember I sent him one of these. He's got one of these.
Oh.
He sent me something about having a glass. I think he was trying to save up for a glass, so I just sent him a glass. I like Adnan. I think he's been watching the show since we started. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he was
he's
on the phone.
He's right on the border with Croatia. So.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, really nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, last. Dean Feeney, favourite Adidas trainers.
I wear Nikes. So.
You wear Nikes? You're not fucking...
I'm not Russian. I mean, I'm South Slavs and Russians, Ukrainians, and we are not the same, you know.
You're the one who posts the fucking pictures? Right.
Yeah, I post the Trump pictures and I don't care much about him, so...
Go for it. Go. So we're going
Okay, let's do some new stuff. Sasha, if you want to see this, you'll have to see the live
on the YouTube
broadcast
because we can't see.
Because they'll come up with a slight delay.
Amateurs.
Hey, what can we do? So we've got a few amusing ones this week. Aspire have you'll have to mute it though. Aspire.
Yeah, it's me, Vinny.
Okay. Aspire have announced a link up, and they're giving it the big guess who we're linking up with. We've got a fancy new thing coming up. But everyone seems to know, so like this pretending it's a secret thing isn't working. So they've announced this new mod collaboration with Sunbox.
It's good that Sunbox keep doing it because at least they don't keep breaking all the fucking time, which is good.
I'd rather Sunbox just did the design work
Yeah,
and nothing else. I think that's just, they've found their remit. I think
they found their remit. Just design it and let someone else make it, so it doesn't break or burn your house down.
I actually think it looks great.
It's very industrial. Very, very.
But I don't know how small it is because Ned, who we're looking at Ned's post now, who revealed this accidentally in the shed. He says it's an 18350.
What? No, it isn't.
No way.
It can't be. The button would be tiny. That's the 18650.
That's what I think as well. There's got to be an 186. Otherwise, what's the point?
Nah, that's not 18350. You'd know it'd be tiny. You couldn't get your thumb in there. Nah, fuck on.
But I think
how much?
I think it looks great. If it's Aspire, it'd be £40-50.
Fucking hell!
Because that's how it works, and I think it looks really nice.
For 40-50 quid, I mean, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Really.
Dean Feeney in chat's put a Sunbox that works! Exclamation mark.
Well, this is what they've done. Well, but then Sasha's got a Sunbox mod, and it hasn't burnt his house down, and he hasn't sent it back. So it's good. The collab thing is good.
Yeah, for the money, it is a really great. So.
Yeah.
They need to they keep designing. Stop making shit.
If I paid like 150 euros for it, I would return it. I mean, I would probably throw it in the trash. So. But
has made an interesting observation in chat. He thinks that the tube is interchangeable, and that slider slides up and down.
Oh, slides down.
That's a smaller battery. So
yeah, that's
from 18350 to 18650.
That's got to be the whole point. That has got to be the whole point of it.
So it's in 18650 mode in that picture.
In that
so
picture.
we're not wrong.
And it's when you push it down, it turns into a much smaller device that's not a side by side. So it's side by side at 18650, or shrunk down to a tiny thing.
Gotcha.
I think it looks quite good. I've got my eye on that one.
Did you say someone in chat when it's Mark?
No, I said Todd in chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said someone. He was going, do you know who I am?
So that's that. Also,
there's someone named Todd.
Also, Geek Vape have announced that they've got a brand new boost coming. Obviously, the boost was quite popular amongst our group and the shed and all those sort of places. It was a nice little rebuildable AIO. They're announcing the boost now. Mark Todd. Now, they were doing the sneaky peeky thing, the teasy pics, but that didn't stop Mark Todd putting a picture up on the shed. And there's these little pre-order announcement as well in that picture for the Haar. It's also pictured there. But yeah, so the boost, they're just doing a bigger boost, I think, basically. It looks the same. Mark again can tell us more in chat, but it looks like just a bigger boost AIO. So if you're a fan,
it's weird that their tease picture is awful, but I think Mark's picture has actually done them more favours.
You can see how big it is though, when you think it's next to a full RTA and an 18650 mod that's stabilised wood.
Yeah, you can, but you can't in that teaser. That's a bad teaser. That's not a good picture.
Yeah, their teaser looks more like a sex toy. Mark's picture makes sense.
It's really weird.
Mark's saying I'm the leak and I'm the mole, not him, because that was a private group. This is a public thing. But there's way more people in the shed than they'll ever watch this program. So it is horses for courses. Right, this damn mod, this next one here, Cthulhu mod. I've shown this mod on this program about 10 times now. And
it's coming.
This is the last time I'll ever show it or mention it. But I just wanted to say it's finally got a flipping name. It is the Haster 88 watt Cthulhu mod. I still think it looks quite nice.
I don't hate it.
It's going to be called the Haster.
Haster. Have nobody ever used that before? That rings a bell.
I think they have for an RDA.
Oh, okay. It's not bad. I think it's okay. They've kept it plain. How much? What are we talking about for that?
Yeah, it'd be cheap as chips.
Yeah, I'm all right. It does. It's got Anakin Coolfire kind of ring to it.
Yeah, it's not spectacular, is it? But something about it's quite neat, quite smart,
In the back of my
professional.
head, I've just got something against it because in my mind, I can't see it being just like ergonomic in the hand. I can't hold it. I'm not holding it, but it feels like I'm holding
It's been done.
something wrong.
I think it will be. It's not bad. Thumb fire, and then you're there. It's okay.
Yeah, that makes more sense than what I was
If you just
thinking,
do, I'm just going to give people a gift. If you just thumb fire and then straight up, it's fine. You'll be all right with that.
Yeah, that's freeze framed.
But it's better.
Okay, a cheeky little one from Tesla Sigs. They don't seem super proactive these days. I don't know if they're still Corona troubled, but this is their new thing.
Why do they make
Invader
they
GT?
They make good stuff, but it breaks.
Yes. I don't know. They seem to be very obsessed with just sticking a big X on stuff. I really feel they should hire a design department.
That is not good.
No.
It's an all-in-one.
It's a little poddy thing. It's got a big X on. And that's from them.
They made a side-by-side. I used their side-by-side for about 6 months. No, not in those 6 months.
Some of their things have been some of my favourite things. But like
about
you say,
6
they
weeks.
don't last forever.
No, they just died mid-show. I was having a vape and it just went black.
This is new from Vandy Vape. Obviously, I've showed the Berserker. I'll show that properly on Saturday. But this is also new. This is the Kylin M AIO. So this is a cheeky another little AIO thing. The difference being here is rebuildable, like properly rebuildable, permanently rebuildable, and it's mesh. It's a mesh jobby. So if you really like your mesh, you wanted an AIO to be with the cool kids, then there you go. Now this one, I'll have to wait for you guys to catch up. I did tease you earlier with it. Does this tank on screen, chat, get involved? Does this tank on screen now remind you of anything at all?
He's a little bit obsessed, people.
I'm not as such. I just think it's new.
I've
so
still got the Kylin. Oh yeah, it does. That's a good picture. It's up now. Let's see what they reckon.
Does anyone? Does that ring any bells? Yeah, K-Fun. Mark's nailed it. It's
the Saver V2 for me and Thomas.
It looks like the Saver a little bit, which is cool. It's got a completely different deck. I'm not slagging it off, but it is actually. It looks a bit more different in this next picture actually. But it's by a company called Yacht Vape, and it's called the Pandora, and it's a Martelung RTA. Bogan has done a video on it. I think they've done a couple of other cool stuff previously, but I've forgotten what they were. But anyway, the first picture's Bogan's thumbnail. It literally, I thought it was a Saver. I clicked on it thinking, what's he up to? But yeah, so there's a brand new Martelung tank out. They've gone with the black and yellow thing. And that's cool. But it's a different deck and it's cool and it's all good. And I think it's quite nice. But I would say that. I don't know if we showed this or mentioned this before. This is the Ultrona Thea pod. It's a stabilised AIO pod system. Stabilised wood.
You did. I think you mentioned it before.
So there's some real, actual live pictures of it. And I don't know.
I haven't got it yet. We haven't got it yet.
Yeah, keep going. I don't.
Oh, yes, got it.
I don't know. If you're having a fancy mod, if you're having a pod vape, does it need to look fancy?
I don't know. I think you might want to. I do get those questions in the shop. I do get. There are people that vape that will never be asked to build, and they do want something that's got a bit of class to it. I don't know. I think you need classy without the price. Classy for some people, they'd spend 30 quid in a pod and they go like 45 for that, but they're not going to go 70. It's never going to happen.
Sasha, would you buy that?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
The Ultrona. Okay, cool. Oh, and we're all the way back around. That's all the new stuff. That is all the new stuff.
I quite like that Stabwood one. I think having a high-end, I can see the purpose behind having a high-end pod.
I guess if that's
it's not for the masses, but it's for the people who want that little bit of differentiation.
I guess if that's how you vape,
Yeah.
and you just want a nice one. Because there is loads of people that literally just all day, every day, they've got just like an Aegis Boost or, you know, I guess, or
It's like
or this. I mean,
what
this
the hell
is
was I using? What
like,
was the pod that I was using so much?
I don't know. You put the jewel in the bin. I remember that.
It was one of those little rectangle pods that looked like that. I would have loved a stab wood version of that, not just a freaking stab wood sticker, but an actual stab wood. I've still got it in the box somewhere. But
I think part of me has always had this thing that when you see like a stab wood as modus mod, and it's £200,
yeah,
the first thing that always comes to my brain is, what could you get from a real modder?
yeah.
Really, really nice for the same price. You know, like,
But like with
like
a
this
pod
stuff.
like that, if they're releasing a stab wood for
Like this stuff.
60, 70 pounds, I can understand that
Yeah.
at that point.
It's kind of
It does also open the door for real modders to make a stab wood version.
But would they ever do that?
No, but they could.
That's kind of Ultrona's big thing, though, isn't it? Affordable stab wood mods, I guess.
Yeah, if you can do it affordable, I think there's a market for it. Definitely.
Have you ever been tempted to do a mod, Sasha? Have you done a mod?
Yep. No, we done hybrids. So
Yep.
we didn't do. Yeah, I mean we did like we did hybrids, and then we did like 5-10 adapters for hybrids, so you could put your own thingy on top. You know?
Yep. Is there potential for more collaborations with Mark in the future, or is that not known yet?
It's all up to him. No pressure. Whatever he wants to do, we will do it.
So there could be a
Without him,
Haar RTA.
without him, we won't do it. But if he wants to do it, we will do it.
Okay, cool.
Because it is not profitable at all. It is really stressful, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm like.
Have you had problems? I suppose because obviously with China with COVID-19, were you ready to go before this all kicked in, and then it has?
No.
You weren't ready to go anyway,
No.
so it hasn't. Really...
I mean, we were like negotiating, but we really wanted. So precision is one thing we want.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
that has to be like we made it. Also, it has to be up to standards. Materials also, not so they had to give us all the certificates.
COVID has caused unseen problems across the board, like in various. So we one I've mentioned on the show before. Sanitizer in the UK, hand sanitizer. Every div in the country is making hand sanitizer in their kitchen, and they've got isopropyl in their kitchen, and they're whipping it up and selling it, and they're buying plastics everywhere. So every supplier that everybody uses for bottles have got in the UK, it's really difficult to get plastics because they don't want to change the forms in the machine.
Yeah, but you won't use high-end plastics for stuff like that, you know.
I think you're a fucking idiot if you've got isopropyl alcohol in your fucking house because you don't understand what it's an invisible flame. You are a twat. There's people who've got 100% alcohol in their kitchen, sitting there mixing it, having no fucking idea what they're doing. But there's a knock-on effect. There's a knock-on effect to me. There's a knock-on effect to loads of businesses, not just through plastics, through so many different things have caused so many problems. Obviously, with COVID, it's every day is a learning curve, and you have to be so far ahead of. I tried to stay 3 weeks ahead of a stock issue, especially when it comes to ingredients, because you just don't want to get stuck. I foresaw a problem with VG, so I already had it. Sorry, I don't know why my phone's just started making noises. But Yeah, it's just changed everything. My
Yeah,
vape.
mass like mass production stuff. You know, cheap plastic, cheap. I mean, vegetable glycerin is cheap.
Yeah.
So stuff that is used every day is that is a problem to get. You know.
It doesn't
But-
matter though. If you
But
whether you-
things that are like for a specific purpose, you know, they are still easy to get. I can get whatever. I can get Damascus. I can get Damascus. I can get I can get whatever I want, you know, because like I can't get like that transparent silicone, you know.
Yeah.
That I can't get that in a quality and quantity that I want, but I can get like a better one, like hard black one for the seal, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it is more expensive. I can get it in like I can get truckloads of that because no one is buying that. Everyone
Yeah.
wants the cheap stuff because it does the same, and difference is insignificant. And,
My issue though, when it comes, so I'm not buying the same plastic, but that if the manufacturer, like for reasons I understand, won't change the mold in the machine because they're making more money out of selling shitloads of cheap plastic than they are to selling it to me. So I could buy PET 10 ml bottles, no problem at all. But LDPE I can't get because they won't swap the form out. Because there's no point. They're just trolling it out. This is just me having a moan. But whenever I see somebody on Facebook going, "We've made our own hand sanitizer," I think, I fucking hate you. You're a dickhead. And it's so cheap. You can make hand sanitizer. Anyone, if you're in a shop, corner shop, and it's £6, you are a knob. It's not even 20p. You're a fucking idiot. There's no way it's worth that. Go make it yourself. It's got 3 ingredients. That's it.
remember when juices were like 30 bucks?
Agreed.
for
Yeah.
30 milliliters. So
We talked about it. It was 25 quid for like 30 mil, but it's not. That's not the way. It's just funny.
That was the golden age. That was the
yeah,
like
it was-
gold digging. Yeah.
people don't know it's over. I talk to people sometimes because there'll be something like a classic liquid that I know about, and I'll be talking to somebody, and they'll come up with something, and I just say, "No, not now. 2013, yeah, fine, but not now. You won't get that."
It kind of does beg the question though, because you said the hard bit was finding a factory you were happy with.
Yeah.
How do you even do that? How do you even start that? Do you request a sample or?
Yeah, no, I mean, when you talk to people, you can dismiss the shitty ones
Yeah.
like after 2 exchanges, you know.
Yeah.
We exchange 2 words, and you can see that guy is full of shit. So, and we had recommendations from other modders, you know. Because,
Okay, that's good.
I don't know.
It's such a difficult thing. Obviously, you can't do samples because you can't send them your design, and then they've got your
Yeah,
design.
but I mean, first of all, it is based on trust. Vanya is supposed to go there, you know, and be there for entire month. But since COVID, he can't go. So that's it.
Yeah.
It is based on trust. But we saw their machines, you know, and we are paying like. I won't say how much we pay for the per unit, but we are paying like almost double than we would pay if we would go to, let's say, to Shenzhen, to Inoki.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get it, you will see. But
Yeah. Very cool.
It's not a big difference, you know, between a shitty material and a good material. I mean, you take it in your hand and it is the same. But it's a huge difference in price and production time. Yeah, that's it. I just got depressed, so.
It's got just as a little shout out to Cuz Steve who is a modder as well. He said isopropyl is the solvent he uses for leather dye, and it's doubled in price since lockdown because of the same issue. It is these fucking these people who are making fucking money out of misery are causing more problems. It doesn't help. They just fuck up stuff. When they say I'm going to do this, we have a thing where bakeries say they really want to help everybody. I don't know how a £5 loaf of bread helps people. I don't know what the fuck that is. You're mad. Doesn't help anybody. It's just fucking scalping people. £5.
1 kilo or
fucking no, just a loaf of bread. It's like a fiver. It's an artisan loaf of bread, so it's £5.
No, really?
Yeah, all the shops have done it a bit. All the shops have been very cheeky.
Really scalping people and losing brands. They've been clearing off. They're not doing like the cheaper brands. They only have the expensive brand. Shopping's got. It's just me moaning about lockdown. I don't care. It's fine. Stay the fuck safe. Don't risk it for fucking money. But our shopping's gone up 30 quid over a fortnight. It costs us 30 quid more. So it's gone up. Yeah. We're over, an extra more than 30%. It's one of those things. I don't care, stay safe.
Anything we need to do or say before we wrap up?
I had a quick...
Buy the Haar. Buy Haar.
Definitely go and buy
You
the
over
Haar.
disappointed. Looks amazing.
The links at the top of the page. Go over there. It's Mark Toddlington. That was the other thing. That was a question I had. When did you start watching Mark?
Oh, when he started.
When he started?
Yeah, he was on my forum when no one was watching. We pushed him on the forum. We gave him. He had like his own sub forum, because it was fun, and it was really rare to, people are full of shit, especially reviewers.
Yeah.
And he was really. He was confused as. He was like a little baby, and he was shy and confused all the time. So, and everyone liked it, and he was honest. That is the most important thing. And he had like a little bit higher moral values than others.
Yeah. I think that's what's kept him.
Yeah.
Kept himself up.
I mean, I know what I made. So. I know it's a shitty device. I know I fucked up and made like 510 connector is from China, and we just because price for it was like 60 euros. It was made we made it, but we bought like 510 connectors for the Genesis that we did. And I know it's shit. I mean, people wanted it, and we were selling it.
Yeah.
It's shit, and the guy that reviews it says it's the best thing ever. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? It's shit. It's not good.
I wanted to do that when we were talking. The liquid was crazy prices.
Yeah.
There was a guy who on SV back in the day, he was making this liquid. I won't say his name out of politeness, not out of anything, because he's a fuckhead. But he was making this strawberry milkshake liquid. It was going to be amazing. It'd been steeped. It had it'd been on an aerator. It'd been connected in a tank, and it had bubbles blown through it for a month. And he was selling it in 30ml bottles. It was special edition. It was 35 quid, 30ml, something like that. And I was there going, you fucking mental. Don't buy this shit. Fucking Jesus. It's sold out in 3 hours. I don't think what it was. It would have been about 20 litres. 3 hours sold out.
Yeah, and if you said something, they would attack you like you have.
Everybody went for me. Every time I said it, I said I've got a new liquid, but it's like normal liquid, but I sellotaped it to a donkey. I point the donkey due south, and then I make it walk 4 miles. I kept making this joke about, but anyway, everyone got their liquid. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's blah blah blah. About a month later, they found out that the guy who sold it was a smackhead. He just bought it from the local shop. It was just some shit from the local shop. Of course it is.
You just
put a sticker on.
describe the vaping industry in the home.
I just really loved it. They were like, I've got to admit now that he's actually addicted to heroin. He's getting the help he needs. I thought he is, because he's got fucking £2,000 worth of heroin in him. That's why, because you bought his fucking liquid from down the road, dickheads. Anyway, that's how vaping used to be.
That's the nicest bit of it all, though, I think, because to see Mark actually getting involved now with the tank.
I've loved it anyway.
It's kind of
but
it's kind of a waste of talent, isn't it? He's seen so much good stuff. He's seen so much bad stuff. He's got a great eye for it. It's a nice fit, isn't it?
I mean, he sacrificed his his cut. He did. First of all, he didn't want any money at first, but we didn't. We said we won't do it. If you have to take something.
Yep.
And then I mean, it is stupid. First of all, I mean, I understand where he comes from, but it's really stupid. He needs to make money. I mean, you make the product. You don't have to marry it. You know, you don't have to take. You don't even have to vape it. It's a product.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. It's a goddamn product. It's like this will be like vintage in 1 year. So
yeah, that's true.
We will probably make V3 if this sells good. I mean, people take things too personal, you know, especially now.
It's difficult not to sometimes.
But it is stupid. So.
I think it's a yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of a British thing, I think, to take things too personally.
Because he's had his name on a lot. He's not had his name, but he's had his hand in a lot of things pre-designed.
What is his name? His name is Mark. There is like 3 billion Marks in the world, you know. So your name is not that special.
No,
You heard it here first.
that's true.
I have children that need fed. Bye. There you go. He's put the link up.
Let's put the link again. There's a link in there. It's your last chance to buy it direct.
Yes.
From V&D. So that's your last chance. But it is going to be, like Sasha says, it's going to be in proper web shops all over after this as well. So don't panic too much. But if you want to get one now.
Phil as Cloud got like a lot of units, so France is covered.
France.
Yep. If there is any French people in the chat.
Oh, we've got a lot of French viewers.
Oh, so many. One. Anyway, I think we're done, aren't we?
Yep, we're done. Cheers for coming on, Sasha. I'm really excited. It looks really good.
Stay where you are.
Thank you. That was great.
And,
Thank you, Sasha.
And we'll see you all next week with another guest and all that stuff. Smash that like button.
I was going to do some weird Haddon thing, but just...
Smash that like button. Turn the chat to live chat. And we'll see you all next week. Don't forget Berserker V2 on Saturday. Don't miss that. It's going to be interesting.
We'll smash it in.
Yeah. Yeah, I might smash it. So, yeah, check that out. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, Sasha. Bye.